Welcome back to Mountain Connections, our first nonprofit that we are highlighting today. Head of Live PC, Give PC is Summit Community Gardens. Sloan Johnson is here to tell us all about the great projects that they hope to do through monies that hopefully will be raised tomorrow. Sloan, thanks for being here.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
So you have a lot going on at the gardens and several different initiatives that you want to make possible through funds raised tomorrow. So let's start with the bees. You want to have more hives. You have a lot that you want to do with bees within Summit Community Gardens.
Yeah, absolutely. So pollinators are very important for our ecosystem, and we're trying to create a balanced ecosystem in the garden. And one of the ways we do that is by having our pollinators. So not only do we foster the native bees, we bring in our honeybees, which are a lot of fun to learn about, fun for the kids, for education, and great for us to have the bees buzzing around the garden. So this year we have one hive, and we hope to bring in another hive next year. So we're raising funds for that. And then we want to expand our education classes around pollinators and bees. So we're raising funds for that as well. A lot of the people we want to bring in to teach about the bees, we want to reimburse them for their time. So it does cost funds to get some really good educators in the garden to teach us more about pollinators. So that's our bee initiative.
And pollinators are so important, actually, for many different reasons. So it's great that you can have hives, hopefully have multiple hives there on the property and teach the entire community about this. Not only are you doing that, you also have an initiative to fight hunger here locally.
Yeah, so we have a CSA program, and I just love this so much as a benefit for our community. We started 2 years ago during COVID. Historically, we've donated our extra produce that we grow in the garden to the Christian Center. And we found some people were having a hard time getting to the food pantry due to their work hours or transportation. So what we are doing is the food that we grow in the garden. So the way our garden is set up, we have a demonstration garden that's used for both education and for food donation. We take that food, the day we harvest it, we put it in bags and deliver it to these families' doorsteps. So they get fresh local produce grown in their community delivered to their doorstep once a week. And it's something they can depend on. And a lot of these families really don't have access to fresh produce. So we are bringing them local, the highest nutrient dense produce you can get. So it's really fantastic.
And you were able to help 10 families this past summer. I've been to the gardens and I'm really surprised, honestly, because I don't have enough experience in this, that you produce so much produce that you can help many people, but you don't need a lot of space, it turns out.
Yeah, exactly. So our garden is 1.5 acres, and with that we have 132 plots. And I think most plot runners would say that one plot is a perfect amount to bring fresh produce into their family, depending on the success of their gardening season. And in the center of that we have large demonstration gardens. And in that space we grow both food that we donate, and we also grow flowers and cover crops. So you see a rotation, and with that we have plenty of food to donate, and I definitely see us increasing our donation next year to 15 and hopefully the year after to 20. We want to take small steps because we don't want to overcommit, but as we continue to figure out how much we can grow and what we can guarantee people have, the more we can expand.
And you're able to identify people within our community who need help through other nonprofits such as Park City Community Foundation and People's Health Clinic.
Yeah, absolutely. So we partnered with Swanner, and they hired the Bright Futures kids, and this is Park City Education Foundation's Bright Futures kids, and they were able to identify the first 5 families for us, which is very cool because they take a leadership role in making this happen. So they're delivering the food and they're helping us with this project. So it's great to have them. And then when we wanted to expand, we reached out to the People's Health Clinic, and they have diabetic patients that don't have access to fresh produce, and it's really important that they get highly nutritional food. So we added 5 of their families to our program, and we'll probably reach out to them for the next 5. But we really like bringing the kids in to help with that leadership aspect of giving back to the community.
And I want to make sure we don't run out of time before we talk about your third initiative that you're hoping to be able to make possible through funds donated tomorrow, and that's Miss Billy's Garden Classroom. Tell me about that.
Oh, so this is for the kids. We have 9 kids camps in the summer, and we have an after-school program in the garden. And right now, we have a space where we are teaching the kids that's just wood chips, kind of a flat area. And what our vision is for this area is to make a play space that encourages education and connects kids with nature. So what we're planning on building is it's all natural landscaping in that area that encourages play and encourages learning. So we'll have an area where you're learning all about soils, and the kids can mix different dirt and sand and soils together and see how they mix and learn about the bugs. And they'll have another area where they're actually planting a garden, but it will be a playscape where they can interact and touch everything. We'll have some climbing for the kids that want to climb, so they're not climbing on our fences. And then we'll have a nice place for the kids to sit and learn with a chalkboard, and so they can interact as well. So I think it'll be very cool, and yeah, we're hoping to build that within the next 2 years. So
big, exciting things are happening
at
the gardens, and the Summit Community Gardens is such an asset to our community. Thank you so much, Sloan, for being here today.
Yeah,
always coming in and updating us about the gardens, and we're really excited about donations raised tomorrow and these big projects.
Right. Well, thank you very much.
All right, thanks again to Sloan for being here, and you can head to summitcommunitygardens.org online or livepcgivepc.org to find out more about how you can donate to everything that they are working on within the gardens. We'll be back with more right after this.